All right. So, this is game news and things with the 1BG and Platinumine. So, Platinumine, what have you been playing this past week?
It's been the series I've been going on YouTube. Currently, I believe I'm on part 6, and I already have a couple more recorded. Off camera, I've been doing like Forza Horizon 3 on Xbox and playing a little bit of Bioshock on PlayStation. How about you?
Well, I just got into Mafia 3. I've been doing a lot of that. I think
Mm-hmm.
on Steam, let's see, I have logged 4 hours so far into it. I
Oh,
have been kind of just cruising through the story a little bit. Of course, I've been playing some Overwatch.
mm-hmm.
Always loved that game. And I've been dabbling in some Lego Harry Potter
Yeah, I saw
just for
that.
kicks and giggles. It was on sale on Steam a while ago, so I got it, and
Mm-hmm.
I kind of go back and play it every now and then. It's just kind of a nostalgia sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. So, like on one of our news things on GameSpot.com, they had a thing on Mafia 3 and how it's not running the greatest on PC, and I believe it's also on PlayStation and Xbox. It's having troubles.
Yeah.
You had any of these glitches?
I haven't had a lot of like any like game breaking glitches. I know when
Mm-hmm.
the game first came out, there was a huge discussion and uproar in the PC community that the game came out locked at 60 or at 30 frames per second.
Yeah.
And as PC people, I'm not super like whoop-de-doo like about frames per second.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I spent a lot of money on my PC and I wanted to do what it can do. But they were real quick about getting it out. I think it came out yesterday,
Yeah, I'm just checking.
and
Yeah,
now,
it's about 9 hours ago. It said from PC Gamer, it said 50 frames per second patch available now.
yeah, so I'm able to unlock it. I can unlock the frames per second and run it at high quality with nothing wrong. The game, for the most part, looks really nice.
Mm-hmm.
There's some kind of wonky texture pop-ins. The NPCs aren't the greatest. They all kind of look the same after a while.
Yeah.
But outside of that, the story's pretty solid. It's a long introduction, kind of drags on.
Yeah, I've heard that. That it
But
gets
now that I got into the meat of the game per se,
Yeah, you're kind
it's
of starting to get into like the non-tutorial side where you
yeah,
start
yeah,
unlocking the full map.
yeah. I'm kind of just playing through that, killing some people. I definitely play it more of a stealthy way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the first couple missions, I was trying to run and gun, and it just wasn't working out real well.
Yeah.
Um, but otherwise, I think it's a good game. I wouldn't
Yeah.
say it's great by any means, but it's a solid game.
Like a 7 out of 10, probably.
Yeah, I'd give it a 7. I mean, I'm only 4 hours into the game, but it's
Yeah.
a the gameplay's not bad. The story's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of some of the visual wonkiness that it
Yeah.
is.
Plus, I've heard that all the licensed music in there is pretty good.
Yeah, the soundtrack's good. However, none of my YouTube videos can have any music in it, so you'll have to play
Yeah.
it for yourself if you want to hear the
That's
music.
true.
So
That's
right
true.
now I'm playing through with no music in the cars
Oh,
or
so
any at all.
you probably don't even know any of it.
Yeah, I don't hear any of the music. I'll probably play through it after and
Mm-hmm.
turn some music on.
Yeah. That's the same thing for me in Horizon. Like Horizon 3, what you do is you play as like so the whole Forza Horizon like series is it's a race car festival where it's just a bunch of
Mm,
races, you go do everything. But as I've been playing it, it had some sick like EDM and electronic kind of music
hmm
where it goes perfect with racing games. But I'm like, I can't do a series in it because it's not fun without any sound. Because
Yeah.
that's all the whole thing is I'm cruising around in a Lamborghini and I'm just sitting in silence. Yeah, no, That's not how
Yeah,
I play that game.
it ruins the atmosphere.
Hmm. Well, what do you say we dive into this news we got here?
All right, so news. First little tidbit of news: we got Mass Effect and Dragon Age comics to be released. Do we have a date on that? Do you know?
I don't really know. I just kind of saw it as I was passing through IGN. I can double
Okay.
check it, but from what I saw, there really wasn't a thing. It just said like 2017, I think it was.
Okay. Okay. So not this year, next year.
Yeah. So it says here off IGN.com, Dark Horse, which is a popular comics publisher, will debut new comics in the world of both Mass Effect and Dragon Age, as well as several other projects related to BioWare franchises. It was announced before Comic-Con, and it said that Mass Effect will be coming out in spring of 2017.
Okay. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I was never a huge Mass Effect or Dragon Age, but I could see them translating into a decent comic series.
Yeah, I mean, I could lots of video games coming around could easily be video games or comics.
These video games could be video games.
Like, just imagine like an Uncharted comic.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, that could be insane. Like, it would work
Hmm.
perfectly.
Yeah. On the lines of comics, did you see that there was Overwatch, the new Overwatch Halloween comic,
No, I did
was
not see
leaked?
that.
Yeah, it was kind of a big thing yesterday or last night. It's a Halloween one, uh, Frankenstein sort of thing,
Mm-hmm.
where Junkrat is the doctor and Mercy has a witch costume, Reaper's got a pumpkin, and Roadhog is the monster.
Hmm.
So now everyone thinks that these are gonna be the new, uh,
Like the event for
yeah,
Halloween.
this Halloween, a Halloween event, and we're gonna get those new skins, which, as an Overwatch person, I'm pretty stoked about. I
Yeah.
think those will be nice.
I mean, I play Overwatch too, just not as much as you. I mean, all I know is that there's like a picture on like a Winston screen where it showed like a Halloween party. Mercy
Yeah.
in that witch costume, she's pretty fine, if I do say so
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah. I I want some new skins.
Yeah,
I need some skins for my PC profile. I don't
that's
got any
true.
skins. Second piece of news. Xbox Scorpio. Of course. What else
Mm-hmm.
are we gonna talk about? Is Xbox Scorpio. So, Phil Spencer came out and started talking about this. He had an interview with NZ Gamer. Spencer said Microsoft designed the Xbox One S and Scorpio in, quote, parallel and, quote, thought about the price performance of what we wanted to hit with the Scorpio relative to what we were going to be able to do with the S, end quote.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking, obviously, what does the One S cost?
I
400?
believe it's pretty cheap. It's
300?
300.
Okay. So I'm thinking if this Scorpio is going to be so much more powerful, I can't see it being anything less than $500.
Oh, easily. I mean, before this thing came out, I mean, if they're saying it's the most powerful console ever, and it's gonna be like hitting on PS4 Pro,
Right, right.
I mean, I was guessing at least like 800, but after this, I'm saying probably 600.
Yeah. Because then he goes on to say a good price continuum, so people wouldn't look at these two things as so disconnected because of the price delta.
Mm-hmm.
So he's saying like there isn't going to be a huge price difference between these two, but obviously it's there has to be a price difference, otherwise people are gonna either think one is way overpriced or
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it honestly just can't be like thousand.
$400.
Yeah, it can't be like $1,000 because then it's obviously like,
No one's gonna buy
oh,
it.
Yeah, it's either expensive or it's just gonna be like, well, if this one's like 1,000, that means it does so much more than this S is. So what's the point of getting an S? I'll just save it for this
Right.
1,000 one if it's gonna be the next coming of Jesus.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
obviously they have to keep it a little bit
Right. Um, 4K. Apparently, this Scorpio is gonna have 4K.
Yep, the
Um,
4K physical disk drive. So that means it's like native 4K. So
yeah.
it's gonna not be like PS4 Pro where it's gonna be like a patch for all these games.
Yeah. I Xbox is kind of coming out the box swinging here at Sony. I think like
Oh yeah,
Sony's gonna
ever
Sony's
since
gonna have
that
to come
PS4
back and
Pro.
fight.
Yep. 'Cause that PS4 Pro conference was rough.
Yeah,
Like I was close to almost falling asleep through that thing.
it was
And
long and boring.
yep. And now, I mean, the Xbox S, One S, I mean, it's sold like 1,000% more than usual
Mm-hmm.
of a normal
Yeah.
Xbox One.
Yeah, this
It's closing the
Xbox is
gap.
for sure. Like it's definitely not gonna be what it has been in the
Hmm.
past,
Yeah.
where Xbox is always behind. Because now Xbox is passing PlayStation. I think the past 2 months, if not
Yeah.
3 months.
Hmm. But yeah,
Um,
it's
as as someone
interesting.
who's switched over to Xbox, what do you make of this? Do you think you would consider getting a Scorpio or?
I mean, honestly, it all depends on what the games it comes with.
Mm-hmm.
Because what I did is I recently switched. I have both a PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. I don't have the Xbox One S,
Okay.
because when I got there, I'm like, okay, the two bundles that I saw were Halo 5. I'm like, I don't need Halo 5. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not gonna play it at all. And Madden 17, which I own on PlayStation 4. So I'm like, I don't need that one. So I just got a normal Xbox One. I got to choose between 3 different games. I chose Rise of the Tomb Raider, and I'm having a blast with it. I mean, but honestly, it all depends on how much this Pro comes with and what games I can get with it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I can get, who knows, like, what's the new game coming out pretty recently? Like, Gears of War 4. If I can get
Mm-hmm.
that with it, I'd do it. I mean,
Yeah.
I've always wanted to play a Gears of War game. Looks like a blast.
Mm-hmm. So, would you get the PS4 Pro or an Xbox Scorpio?
Probably a Scorpio.
Okay.
Because,
Why?
I mean, honestly, PS4 Pro, all it does is
Mm-hmm.
sure, it may enhance load times and that stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't come with the 4K Blu-ray thing. But they made such a big deal on 4K,
Yeah.
but it's not going to come with a thing that they really produce. I mean, Sony's the one that produces 4K Blu-ray players.
Mm-hmm.
Why aren't you adding it into that system?
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, right now with my setup, I can't record, or I can record on my PlayStation 4, but I have to disable the HDCP, which allows me to record gameplay. But when I do that, it disables like Netflix and YouTube and everything.
Mm.
So basically, I use Netflix and YouTube on my Xbox.
Okay.
So I mean, if
Okay.
I'm gonna get 4K stuff, I'm gonna get on my Xbox.
Yeah.
Unless they say, hey, the PlayStation 4 Pro won't have any hold ups with the HDCP, whatever it is. And I'm like, yeah, because I've always been a Sony person.
Right. Right. Yeah. We were both big Sony people. Both
Hmm.
have PS4s,
I
and
still
now we
own,
both kind of turned away from them.
yeah, ever since what they've been doing, I'll just use my PS4 Pro for basically all like exclusives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Like
that's what I plan on
Horizon.
doing. Yeah.
That's basically the only game minus maybe Spider-Man that I'm looking forward to that's only coming to PS4.
Yeah. Sony's got an uphill battle, I think, coming up.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be interesting to see what they do because they've been at the top for so long, and
Yeah.
we'll see how they fight back from this.
Yeah, because they're currently in a slump
Yeah.
from what we see here.
Yep. So, next piece of news we got No Man's Sky. Kind of.
Yeah.
Except better, maybe? So Neil deGrasse Tyson is entering video games.
Okay, who exactly is Neil deGrasse Tyson?
I don't know. An astrophysicist, according to Digital Trends.
Okay.
I Whenever I think of Tyson, I think of Mike Tyson. That's where my mind went. And I was like, this can't be right.
Yeah.
But I think this game looks like what No Man's Sky wanted to be.
Mm.
It's based on essentially making a colony in space. You explore and you build a base in space.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of it says, where was that? Murphy said this is a game of science future that utilizes real science and real physics. It harnesses these to imagine what the future of space travel, exploration, terraforming, colonization, and ship design could be. Quote, part of the gameplay will allow you to grow a planetary system, end quote. So it's like you go, you find this planet and you settle on it and you colonize and you try to make life happen. It's kind of like Minecraft mixed with No Man's Sky, I guess.
Yeah. So it's basically what everyone's expectations were.
Yeah, of No Man's Sky. Which
Yeah.
leads me to think, like, this is
Mm.
kind of what No Man's Sky said it was gonna be.
Yeah. But now they
So,
gotta live up to the whole thing.
yeah, is this game gonna end up just like No Man's Sky?
Mm-hmm. I mean, the big thing is that you posted this on our show notes, and I have never heard about the game.
Yeah, neither have I. I was looking off gaming news and this came up. I was like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
interesting. It doesn't
And
have a date or anything, so I have no idea when this is supposed to be coming out or anything.
yeah, the thing about it is that I don't know if anyone even knows about it.
Yeah.
Is the thing.
Hmm.
So I mean, when the game gets closer, they're gonna have to just have it. I don't know. They're gonna have to do some sort of PR for it.
Yeah, so at the end of this article, it says Murphy said these hyper-real VR missions are designed to take you virtually into that new place. One of the missions has players explore the moon Europa, which looks like an ice planet from the outside. But if you dive through the cracks, you find the oceans beneath that are vaster than the oceans that we see on Earth. What lives in those oceans? You'll just have to find out. We want people to experience these missions on HTC Vive or Oculus Rift, in the home or in a science center, but we also want to create a slightly different lower resolution version for Samsung Gear and Google Cardboard, so kids can experience this in the classroom. So,
So it's gonna be a VR game.
VR game, yeah. And the beta kicks off in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean,
this actually sounds real cool, I think. I mean, I don't have a VR, but if this actually is what it sounds like,
mm-hmm.
it might be a reason to get a VR.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
mean, diving through a planet and colonizing all in VR, that's
It'll be
not
interesting. See how it
something we
goes.
see. Yeah, not something we see from current VR games, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, VR missions.
Hmm.
Interesting.
So if it's a
I,
mission, it's not gonna be open world.
right.
It's gonna be more an educational one.
Yeah, from the sounds of it, this is a educational based game. But
All
I
right.
mean,
Well, then I'm just like depending on how vast these missions in
yeah,
quotes
if
are,
they're like 30-minute things or
yeah, it's not gonna be it all depends on how long these missions are supposed to be. Like, I mean, it says it's Minecraft and Civilization.
Mm-hmm.
Civilization, those games can go on for days.
Right, right.
So, I mean, if that's the length of the mission, then it's different. But
Yeah,
if
yeah.
it's going to be just, hey, here you're on this place, we're going to just dig in and we're going to see what's in there, and then that's it,
Mm-hmm.
then it's not going to be too much.
Yeah. I mean, it says that you can explore fictional worlds created by Tyson, Bill Nye, George R. R. Martin, Neil Gaiman, and Peter Beagle. Like, this sounds like it could be really, really big, or it
Mm-hmm.
could be really small, like where it's just fly around and look at this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's like Minecraft and Civilization in one, that sounds super cool.
Yeah. I mean,
Two
if it
games
is like Minecraft and Civilization, both games you and me love,
mm-hmm.
it'll be interesting to see.
in a VR style.
Mm-hmm.
That should be. I'm excited to see where this goes from
Yeah.
here.
It'll be interesting to see what comes up later on in 2017 for sure.
Yeah. Uh, Another thing that was just released was GTA Online's Ridiculous Biker DLC.
Yeah, you added this, huh?
Yeah. Um, just kind of scrolling through this and looking at some of the screenshots, it looks super fun, super quirky, funny sort of
Mm-hmm.
stuff. I haven't played GTA in a while, and this makes me want to go back and play
Oh, good lord, I just saw this moped.
it with all the mirrors on it.
Yeah, what is this?
Yeah, like that's it's just kind of some funny stuff. You can kick and melee while driving a motorcycle.
Mm-hmm, there was a gif about that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it looks along the lines of just um
Wackiness.
yeah, wackiness, kind of like the racetrack ones that you can do. You can be in a
Mm-hmm.
biker gang.
Yeah, I did see that. It's kind of what I remember because, shout out to them, the Achievement Hunters. They, every Monday, they do a GTA Let's Play, a
Hmm.
little under an hour. And so it's kind of like making a biker gang kind of looks a lot like their CEO kind of
Yeah,
update that they
yeah,
did, where it's just like you get a group and that you can do these small con- like contracts and stuff.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
almost
yeah,
like a guild for open roam.
yeah. And of course, comes with clothes, new vehicles, and new weapons.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah. I mean, it looks like a reason that I might want to go back and play some GTA 5 someday.
Yeah, and I mean, I just scrolled down here, and the first comment on here it says, "I haven't played GTA Online since there wasn't too much to do besides leave your apartment and try not to get killed by other players." I might have to check this out. I mean,
Yeah,
it looks like it might be interesting, but I'm just like that's what I had a problem with. Minus when it came out to Xbox One and PS4, the load times were horrendous.
yeah.
So I
So
mean,
hopefully,
it'll be interesting.
hmm
I'll probably watch the Achievement Hunters when they come out with a video probably tomorrow because they do it every Monday. I'll
Yeah,
probably be playing the Bikers thing, so it'll be interesting to see.
yeah, it looks fun.
Mm-hmm.
Next piece of news, we got some Skyrim news.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw this. It was kind of interesting because earlier on in September they said so. So obviously the thing here it says Skyrim Special Edition and Fallout 4 getting mod support on PS4 after all. It was revealed in September sometime, I don't remember, that Bethesda came out and said that Skyrim and Fallout 4 just went mod sport's not coming to PS4 because issues with Sony. So it's basically saying that Sony just said, nope, we're not doing this.
Yeah,
But now they're saying, okay, yep, it's going to be coming out.
yeah. I never understood why Sony would ever say no to this. I mean, so many people wanted it. You got the special edition of Skyrim coming out. Like,
Hmm.
it was touted that it was gonna have the mods, and then all of a sudden Sony says no. Like, I feel like that would have just been a stupid thing for Sony to say no to. So
Hmm.
many people wanted it,
I
and
honest,
now,
I honestly think it's gonna. It probably has to do with on how bad their uh, PS4 to Scorpio is gonna be,
hmm
because Xbox One has been just selling great, and all of a sudden Sony's just kind of hit the sack on everything, and it's not doing so hot.
yeah,
So all of a sudden it says, "Hey, Sony's blocking this." Everyone's like, "What are you doing?
hmm
Why are you doing this right now?" And then all of a sudden this comes out, along with the announcement that there's going to be a 4K version on the PS4 Pro version of Elder Scrolls
yeah,
Skyrim.
yes.
No news on Fallout 4. I don't know.
No, Fallout 4 just says it'll have better lighting and graphics features, so no 4K for that, I don't believe.
Okay, but oh, here it is. So PS, this is going off another news topic on GameSpot, where they have just a list of all these PS4 Pro updates that are coming from. Uh, it's mostly coming from third-party games that are getting a patch.
Hmm.
So it says Fallout 4, Bethesda said it expects the game to take advantage of PS4 Pro in 4K along with enhanced lighting and graphical features, but didn't provide any further specifics.
Yeah,
So, you know.
yeah, that's kind of ambiguous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Overall, I think this is gonna be terrific.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Even though you and me are probably not going to be playing it on PS4.
nope, I'll be playing it on PC.
Yep, I'm definitely going to be playing it on Xbox.
Yes. Very excited to
Oh,
get
yeah.
back into that game.
Like, recently, I hate to think it was on Friday, I was sitting at school waiting for my class to start, and all of a sudden I just caught myself watching the Skyrim opening trailer
Yeah.
of the game, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait. Because
Yeah.
it's probably the greatest game there is now.
It's up there. Is October 28th. That's when it's
Mm-hmm.
coming
It's
out.
coming soon.
Very excited for that. End of the month.
Yep. There's definitely going to be Let's Plays coming from both of us.
Yes, there is.
Mm-hmm.
Gravity Rush 2 has been delayed to
Mm-hmm.
January 18th.
Yep. Once again, another Japanese-made game being delayed. What is
Yes.
going on right now in that? Just in Sony in general. We keep coming back to it. There is something going on there.
Yeah, I mean, these delays that are coming out, we have Final Fantasy, The Last Guardian, now Gravity Rush 2, South Park,
Horizon. Horizon got delayed.
Horizon. Yeah, I mean, all these delays lead me to think, like, is there, are they just putting these dates out at the beginning as a fact that, like, maybe we aren't ready for this and the game needs a little more polishing, or
Mm-hmm.
is there a more underlying issue here where something just isn't what it's supposed to be and they're trying to fit it into a box that said they were going to be?
Yeah. I mean, we never know. Another thing, it's, I've heard it off of other people saying it. You never know. It could be a PS4 Pro problem,
Yeah,
where they just weren't ready to update all their graphics and stuff, and then we like, no, we can't do this date now because we got to go
yeah,
in and readjust a lot of things.
yeah. The one nice thing I think that these people are doing for Gravity Rush is they are giving out some story DLC that was originally going to cost us money, but is now going to be released for free.
Mm-hmm.
So that is I guess, a small consolation prize for.
Yeah. But yet again, lots of these games that have been delayed are finally coming out and probably aren't going to do good.
Yeah.
I mean, if we look at like Mighty Number 9,
Brutal.
everyone, when it first got announced, was like, oh my god, the guy who created Mega Man is creating a Mega Man successor.
Yeah.
This is going to be great. Gets delayed almost, I think it was 3 years in about 10 different delays.
Mm-hmm.
Comes out, everyone is just like, what the heck is this trash?
Yeah. So
And
hopefully these delays are more beneficial than not,
yeah.
and they're not just pushing back sort of thing, and hopefully that it is for a good reason where it's actually quality.
Hmm. Yeah, hopefully at least. I'm just saying, Last Guardian is going to be either okay or good. It's definitely not going to be greater than good. I guarantee it.
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy 15, that is going to be a shot in the dark. We will not.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm hearing a lot of different
Mm-hmm.
opinions on that.
Yeah. But yeah, it'll be interesting. A lot there. This upcoming holiday season is going to be interesting to watch.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm not exactly sure what to expect coming
Hmm.
into it. I mean, there isn't any big name games coming out past October, I don't believe.
Let me check. Metacritic usually has a good.
Most big name games are coming out October. Battlefields, Dishonored might be November 2nd. But otherwise, it's pretty much October to January, I think.
I mean, let's see here. So coming out November. I mean, all that's coming out maybe is, or the thing that's going to be coming out that will probably be good is Call of Duty,
When's that one release?
November 4th.
Oh, okay. November
Oh,
4th.
well, and then there's this one. The new Walking Dead season 3 comes out in November.
Okay.
November
So
15th.
so 2 games in the month of November, roughly.
Watch Dogs 2.
Oh, okay. So we're
And
not
then,
horrible.
I mean, the one that's going to be rough is in December. That's where a
Yeah.
lot of these games are going to, where nothing's coming out. I see
Yeah.
here on just looking in PS4's catalog on what's coming out. One game on December 2nd, 2 games on December 6th, and that's it.
Hmm. Yeah.
And one of them is Steep, the Ubisoft snowboarding game.
Yeah.
Then the other one's The Last Guardian, and then there's some weird one called Werewolves Within.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so stock up on games in November. October and November.
Yeah, get your games ready and pre-installed, and then come December, when it's freezing and everything, when we all want to be locked in our houses, then we play through December.
Yes, yes, yes.
I
So last little piece of news here is Sony released a sort of list of games that will be coming with a patch for the PS4 Pro.
mhm.
Some notable ones. We kind of already talked about Fallout. Pretty much every game is gonna have it coming up except Destiny, which is a big game, I would say.
I mean,
Uh,
when I saw that at first, I was in shock because Destiny is known to be PS4 exclusive. Every DLC,
Mm-hmm.
there comes a new map that's exclusive to
Yeah.
PS4, new missions that are just for PS4. Everything is just PS4, it seems like, for Destiny. If
Do
you
you
look,
think that they won't focus on the Pro patch because they want to focus on Destiny 2?
that's what I'm probably guaranteeing why, though.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, if Destiny 2 doesn't come with a PS4 Pro patch, or it doesn't come with a PS4 Pro version, I will
Hmm.
be in shock.
I feel like. I think it has to when it's. I feel like it
Hmm
would have to.
I mean,
And
and then it's
then.
similar to the next game, Witcher 3.
Hmm.
I mean, because they have Cyberpunk 2077 and Gwent that they're working on currently. So adding another thing where they have to do a patch for 4K for PS4
Hmm.
is just, it's going to be rough. Especially also since they just came out with the full collection of The Witcher 3, where it comes with DLC
Hmm.
and everything on it.
And it's already a full HD game that is crazy detailed.
It's, yeah, it's probably the most gorgeous game there is currently
Hmm.
to the day.
Yeah.
It'll be, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what Cyberpunk 2077 is, because I don't
Hmm.
know if you heard, but that game they said is going to be more dense than The Witcher
Yeah.
3,
Yeah. Which
which
just
I'm just
lends
like,
itself to me
what?
not playing it because I can't focus on those sort of games.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know how long I'm on in Witcher, and I'm only like level 12, and I feel like I've done about 70 hours in the game, but it's not even close. It's probably like 20.
I didn't even make it out of the tutorial area in that game.
Yeah, and I
I
mean,
went over to
knowing.
the little billboard and got distracted because there's too much to do.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's very true.
So some announced games that were announced this week. Escapist 2. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So Escapist was the first game. Obviously, it's basically you're locked in a prison, and you have to either sneak your way out, fight your way through, figure out somehow to escape the prison. Um, so Escapist 2 is coming out 2017. I believe they said it also is going to come with local or online co-op, so you can work with your friends to beat the campaign and stuff. I mean, plus the other thing that's nice is that half of October, the end half, is Escapist 1 is going to be free for Xbox Gold members. I believe just on Xbox One, but don't quote me on that.
All right. And War of the Planet of the Apes.
hmm So, I mean, it's a game and a movie that's coming out, I believe, in May 2017, I think they said. Um, but the cool thing is, it's going to be I mean, I guess it's not really cool because those games always look terrible. Movie games are always usually terrible. But the interesting thing is it's not going to go to the movie at all. It's going to have separate characters. I think they even said there's going to be no characters from the movie
Yeah, it should be interesting to
in
see
the
what
game.
that is. I
Yeah,
never really thought of that as a sort of.
interesting video game.
Yeah, yeah,
That's why I'm like, this is going to be a bad game. I'm almost guaranteeing
yeah. Yeah, it doesn't. Nah,
it.
nah, not for me. What do we got coming up this week? October 10th through the
VR.
17th. Yeah,
VR. That's basically it.
bunch of PSVR launch games.
Yeah. And
We're
there's
not gonna
no way
go
we're
over them
gonna
all.
touch over them.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard PSVR is getting good ratings and everything,
Mhm.
so it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah. Now's the time to get on the ground floor if that's something for you. It's not something for me.
No, I mean the only thing that I've honestly like debated on getting it is because it comes with a cinema mode
Yeah.
where you get to basically play every game that you own on the PSVR unit.
Yep. Just kind of zoned in, sort of thing.
Yeah, and the only bad part is that since it's on the PSVR unit, it's also going to be a lower resolution.
Yeah.
Because obviously, PSVR, it's just coming out. It's not going to be able to just process it. These
Mhm.
720 games, even 1080 kind
Yeah.
of games, they're not going to be able to do it.
Yeah. Let's see what other games we got. WWE 2K17, Gears of War 4, Dragon Quest Builders, Rise of the Tomb Raider 20th Year Edition, Metal
Hmm
Gear Solid 5, and Duke Nukem 20th Anniversary. Any of those games stand out to you as games you want to play?
Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Because
Because
you're
that's
already playing them.
exactly what I'm playing. I mean, people always say, "Oh, these reboot Tomb Raiders, they're just stealing away from Uncharted." Well, honestly, Tomb Raider came first. Uncharted's basically rehashing Tomb Raider. This
Yeah.
Tomb Raider is, what I've enjoyed. It's a open world kind of game. It's not as much linear as Uncharted 4, but because there's still like fast travel to back places that you were at where you can go
Mm.
and finish all the collectibles and that. Great. You start off with just a bow and arrow, and then you gotta scavenge up parts to create guns that you can use. It's pretty fun. The crazy thing that I after reading it is like mind-boggling to me about is it came out a year ago on Xbox One.
Mm.
Um, so now it's coming out basically a Game of the Year edition for Rise of the Tomb Raider, but it didn't get any Game of the Year awards because of Witcher 3 and Fallout 4.
Yeah.
So they can't put that. But since it's also celebrating the 20th year, the crazy part is that even after it had an exclusive deal with Xbox One, it's now coming out with exclusive things for PlayStation 4.
Yeah, it's got the special PSVR stuff on it.
Well, it's coming out with PSVR stuff, and it's also coming out with separate DLC just for PS4.
Hmm. Yeah.
Which is just like, you guys aren't getting in trouble for this? You just did
Yeah.
exclusive content for Xbox One.
Yeah, Xbox wanted them for that first year, and now Sony's coming around and stealing them out from underneath them.
Yep. It just showed that when Sony was doing good, they had all this stuff.
Yep.
Like, they had a bunch of exclusive things coming for them, and then they're still doing it, but the other side is just like, what are you doing?
Hmm.
But
I'm excited for Gears of War 4.
yeah, you gonna get it? Not
I
right
I
away.
might. I might.
Hmm.
I might wait a couple days afterwards,
I mean,
depending on how it looks.
we all know
I
it's
haven't.
gonna be great.
It's gonna be good. The only thing I'm worried about is I haven't played any of the Gears of War games,
That's true. You
and
might
I
have
don't
to
know how
dust
much.
off the
Not.
Xbox 360, because I
Call
know
Xbox
that that's
360.
where 1, 2, and 3 are.
Yeah, and by the time
Unless,
then, it might be a little long.
hmm I mean, other than Rise of the Tomb Raider, because I've been playing it, Dragon Quest Builders. Have you seen anything on this thing?
No, not really, but I've played Dragon Quest on the Game Boy Advance.
All right. Well, a little bit different. Dragon Quest it's a JRPG kind of
Hmm.
game where I don't even know what it is,
It's
but
kind of like Pokemon.
yeah, that's what I thought. But now this Dragon Quest Builders, it's coming out like a Minecraft kind of game.
Yeah.
So it's basically basically you build your own base. The cool thing is there's like a quest system where if you come with people come to your city where you start building your base in that, and you have to like create rooms for them where it unlocks new items and everything. So there's like quest system to it. So it's pretty
Hmm.
interesting. I'm looking forward to it mostly because I can play it on my Vita as I'm just sitting around in school and I'm just waiting for my class to start.
Yeah. Is
Plus
that
it's
is that Vita exclusive?
nope, it's coming to PS4 also.
Okay.
I don't
Sony
believe
exclusive though.
I don't believe it's coming to Xbox One.
Okay. So now is a time when we go over gaming history. What happened this week in history in the gaming? Let's see, what do we got? What do we got? We got Half-Life 2, Episode 2, was released on October 10th, along with Portal, very critically acclaimed games.
Oh, and Team Fortress 2.
Ah, yes, Team Fortress 2,
So
also released on that same day.
it's basically the orange box. I mean, if you've ever heard about it, you can go into GameStop. There's a PS3 version, I know for sure, and definitely Xbox 360, where it comes with Half-Life, Team Fortress, and Portal, all in the same disc.
Yeah. And then we got my favorite Pokemon game, Silver and Gold,
Mm-hmm.
and Bully, which I believe we have some fond memories of.
Oh yeah, I remember Bully.
Those are
We
some
got
good times.
we got Grandma and Grandpa, or we got let Grandma rent it for us, and we played it on the Wii.
Yeah.
And
Hi.
I just remember my
Quality
mom was
stuff.
not happy about playing that game.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Fun game though.
Oh yeah, I mean it came out on PS4, and I have it, and I was enjoying it when I was playing it.
Yeah, it's kind of a kick back to the olden days sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
So, before we end this podcast, do you have anything else you would like to say?
Yeah, so when we were looking on IGN, I just kind of saw this. I mean, I don't know how much you watch the Marvel stuff on Netflix. Have you seen like Luke Cage?
I have not.
Have you watched like Jessica Jones or anything like that?
I have not.
You're just not in any of this.
Not really.
So, I mean, before we started the show, I told you that I recently got back into Daredevil, started season 1 over. I'm currently almost done with it. But at New York Comic Con, they released their 4th and kind of their 5th Marvel series, where it's the Iron Fist. So that's another one of their superheroes that basically live in the Hell's Kitchen, is where. So Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Daredevil, Punisher, Carmen Electra, the Iron Fist all are.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're kind of doing their Marvel Netflix universe. And so they're going to come out with the Defenders, which is like the group that they're all in. But the cool thing is that, so their series, The Defenders, when they all group up together, they announced who's playing the villain. Did you see anything on that? So it's actually a big name person that they're probably using to try to drive people in to come see their series. Sigourney Weaver.
Really?
Yeah. So, I mean, that's kind of an interesting little thing. I mean, lots of these Marvel Cinematic Universe, or Netflix universe, whatever the hell we're calling it, don't have a lot of big name people driving it in, like big name actors. Minus, like in Daredevil, they had Rosario Dawson, who's a pretty well known actress. But otherwise, they're kind of no-namers. But I just kind of thought it was a little interesting that they're bringing a big person like Sigourney Weaver in.
Yeah, it's good to see.
I mean, it's showing that, hey, Netflix is starting to take their shit seriously. Because, I mean, they had The Ranch one with Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you were watching that.
I watched it for a little bit. I don't think I ever finished it.
No, because I know that they just came out with like part 2, whatever the hell they're doing. I don't
part
like
2,
how
season 1.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
Neither do I.
Release the whole season.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I hate that they're doing that with one of my favorite Netflix series, Sense8. The next season they're doing it in 2 parts. I'm like, no. I watched the first season in maybe a day and a half.
Yeah.
I watched that whole season just without stopping because I was so enthralled with it. And now you're splitting it up. I mean,
it's just no good.
It's kind of like what they do with Walking Dead.
It is.
I mean,
except Walking Dead does it for
6 months.
Yeah, they just skip all of winter pretty much, which makes some sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
So where can people find you outside of this podcast?
They can find me at Platinuming on basically any platform. On YouTube, I'm Platinuming, Twitch, Platinuming. So YouTube, I do most of my stuff there. Twitch, I might do some things there where I will do multiplayer stuff, where I might play with people from the podcast or people that subscribe on YouTube, follow me on Twitch and stuff, and Twitter at Platinuming. So the way it is, it's just Platinum with an ing at the end. PSN is Nitsua, so it's Nitsua. It's Austin backwards, and then 6991. Xbox One Ding Futsie, so DINGFUTTSIE, which I'm working on changing to Platinuming also.
Want that continuity.
Yeah.
For myself, I am the 1BG Gaming on Twitch and also on YouTube. I'm currently going through some technical difficulties with Twitch. I'd love to get back to streaming. I'm trying to figure that all out. Hopefully I get that figured out pretty soon. Twitter, I am the 1BG, and PSN, which I am rarely on nowadays, I am Brady2013. So, if you enjoyed this podcast, go on over to Patreon and search for Game, News, and Things, and you can support us on there. We will also be on iTunes, Stitcher, Podbean, wherever else you get your podcast from. So this is the 1BG Gaming with Platinuming signing off. Thank you.
Thanks.